2 now. shot away. Oh. It's another super goal.
Welcome back, everybody, pitchside. England have won this one 22 points to 6. There's a little bit of an arm wrestle at the start, but England ran away with it in the end.
Champions, the London Monarchs. Winners of 2018. Well done, boys. Let's give it up. Go on, lads.
Welcome to Blundell'S School, Tiverton, Devon, in the heart of the Devon countryside. The clouds have come in, the rain is coming down, but we are here for a cracker of a game. It promises to be the Champions Trophy quarter-final, Blundell'S School versus Epsom School Surrey. And I'm joined up here in the commentary box by Tobin Barker from Blundell'S. Tobin, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's very nice to be here on this nice rainy day. Should be a good contest between these two great teams though.
Certainly will be, and let's just get some housekeeping over and done with right at the very beginning here. Let's get the teams up. So we'll start with the home team, Blundell'S School. 1, Harry Charlesworth. 2, Tommy Ryder. 3, Nathan Carrea. 16, George McIntyre. 5, Tom Reynolds. 6, George Elvis. 7, Theo Rees. 8, Harrison Sims. 9, Alex Curtis. 10, Will Kenner. 11, Joe Dugay. 12, Wilf McCarthy. 13, Boris Ames. 14, Ollie Wright. 15, Tom Putt. And making up the bench is Will Grubb, Leo Dummett, Joe Horsey and James Hutton, coached by Simon Johnson. And Epsom today, 1 is Nilesh Raganhaven, 2, Jamie Hughes, 3, Ollie Matthews, 4, Max Smeby, 5, Max Hale, 6, Charlie Richardson, 7, Makeen Alican, and 8, George Addington. And we'll go through the backs when we get started because the boys are out and we're ready to roll. Tobin, exciting stuff?
Yeah, really exciting stuff here down at Blundell'S. Kick-off should be a big one. Big crowd building here as well, so hopefully it'll be a good game ahead.
Well, it's been here since 1604 has Blundell'S School, and so hopefully here in 2019 semi-final of the Champions Trophy is a possibility for them. So Epsom in the blue and white hoops to our right against the red and white of Blundell'S to the left. Epsom to kick off with Thomas Liner, and they're underway. Blundell'S straight up with the Faf de Klerk style from the base, picked up by Epsom. Bring it back. Well played there. Good work with the fullback there, James Webster.
Good. Stay put, Red. You're good.
Epsom keeping it tight.
Stay put.
Blundell'S doing very well just to get out of the way there. Ref saying play on. He's very happy with how it's working. So Epsom carrying up. So very first, not even the first minute yet. Thoughts, Tobin?
Yeah, it's a nice start from Blundell'S there, kicking straight back down to Epsom half. Penalty there goes to, knock on from Epsom there, should give Blundell'S the upper hand in the scrum, and hopefully they can dominate here.
Scrum is one of your... so, Tobin, you're the scrum half, used to be. You've just injured yourself. Tell me about that quickly so we know why you're here.
Yeah, it was a nasty injury earlier in training. Collarbone was dislocated and there was a crack in it too. So it should be the rest of the season up until Christmas for me.
So, but you've got a young whippersnapper in your place today, Alex Curtis, and already he's getting his backs going. And Ollie Light there setting it up, and Alex Curtis setting them up again. And this is
no hands now, rock form.
It's good ball, good possession here by Blunt.
Well held, thank you, 5.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see them with more ball in hand. But as the game go on, we should see the teams calm down and hopefully see some good rugby later on.
Yeah, these going through the hands, I'm sure, but Epsom have turned it over at this stage, and here they come from their own 22, trying to move it up and out.
Hold line.
I think they're going to revert to the kicking game as well.
Tackle. Hold. Early
So we'll
offside midfield.
to
Call of
Blundell'S.
10, please. Maka, that's a daft one. They asked hold and they come up.
So Blundell'S with Tom Putt looking to the corner. They've made the 10-metre line, ball disappears over the back, and they have a chance to build a platform here and move forward. This is a strong point, these line-outs for you, Tobin?
Yeah, the forwards have been working well all through the season, perfecting their line-outs, and they'd like to get front ball here, put Epsom on the, put a lot of pressure on them.
Play!
So steady ball here, taking it. Oh, big good run there. Harrison Sims, big hit. Straight out to the backs here, and that's Will McCarthy there coming through.
And we have a ruck. Release, please.
Good,
Thank you.
good defence by Epsom, but Blundell'S recycling that ball well. George Elvis with the ball up.
Release.
Already they're trying to get the hands. There's Will McKenna there trying to get trying to get the balls through the hand
Good discipline,
to his
Seven.
backs. Not frightened to move it in this very wet, slippery day. But as Tobin, as you were saying, as I say, they're just going to pass you on, saying that you like to see them play a bit more ball in. Epsom go and rip the ball from them for a turnover.
Yeah, it's well played from Epsom. They've looked strong in defence so far. Blundell'S are being challenged, especially in their attacking game.
They're breaking. Oh, there was numbers outside, but it didn't quite come together there. Kidd and Ojo there set it up, but it's been knocked on. We can see this side, and the ball's come out on Blundell's side, and it's gone back to Epsom, and I think we'll take the first knock on there that we do. Now, let's just give an opportunity to just run you through the rest of the Epsom team. I got you through to number 8 in the backs there, so let's just have a look at the rest of the Epsom team as they line up. And so I said George Allen at 8, Daniel Davis at 9, Thomas Liner at 10, Sean Hautio at 11, 12 is Bryn Bradley, 13 Keaton Ojo, 14 Thomas Wern, 15 James Webster. On the bench, Lewis Brown, William Kerwin and Jack Briggs, and the coach is Paul Burke. So that brings you up to speed with all the housework and housekeeping this end. And second and third scrum of the game, and Blundell'S want to put their mark on this, Tobin.
Yeah, scrums are going to be hard today in these conditions. I think we've got a big pack from Epsom, but hopefully Blundell'S can match that all throughout the game. So I think that'll be a pivotal role in today's quarter-final.
In these conditions it is. I think with the slippery ball we're going to see a lot of it. Early days of the World Cup with the humidity where they're dropping it everywhere, so this is the first bit of live rugby since the World Cup final, so it'd be nice to see an English victory. Oh, I think we'll be all right with that one now. So there, we're quids in, Tobin.
Set.
So Alex Curtis, he's playing instead of you at 9. Has he had a lot of game time this season?
Yeah, he's been really good actually this season. He's made some really big impacts off the bench and starting at the 9 position. Hopefully he can put us in some good positions today, and I wish him good luck.
Certainly do. Thank you, Tobin. Excellent stuff there. So a bit of kick and catch between each other there, and a bit of interest return there from Blundell'S. They've got the ball. It's Epsom ball, but it's down on their inside their 22. So Epsom's got to have a good, clean line out here, and they're being made to work from their own line.
Tail of the line, blue scrum cap, don't close it.
George McIntyre and Tom Reynolds, the 2 second rows for Epsom. Nice clean ball up there and quick. George Elvis, I think, there. It'd be nice for them to have a white square on their back with a number in the middle, just to make it that much easier for us poor commentators. But it's an excellent break. No way, and that's great play there from Epsom. And that was Tommy Ryder there, the hooker, showing great turn of pace. Obviously, there's no positions these days. Everybody's got the same ability, as we saw from Sinclair in the World Cup. Obviously not the final, but good. It's gone up to the halfway line, but Blundell's have recouped, and they're back defending, keeping Epsom in their own half still. And they've retrieved, turned over, down, but refs putting it back.
You're holding on.
Holding on.
There's no advantage gained from there.
Is that
holding
signal?
On
holding on.
So
it's a penalty to Blundell's. So, Tobin, what is it here? You run it, scrum it, or kick the corner? What's the Blundell's plan here?
Guessing Putty will kick to corner here and try to put the pressure back on Epsom after that great phase of play from them.
There was no danger of a go at the post from that distance, and or was that your forte when you were playing?
No, that's definitely not me. I think definitely early on this game we'll try and get some points on the board. So hopefully we can capitalise here.
Okay, so just outside the Epsom 22. Oh, and it's not a clean line out. Epsom have turned it over, so there's their chance to build from here and get some position in the Blundell's half that we haven't seen yet. They've encroached halfway, but no further. And that was George Addington trying the little dummy there. Oh, well up there. Great play by, as you called him, Putty there, Tobin.
Yeah, he's good under the high ball. He's been doing that all season, so it's nice to see it earlier on this game. And with Blundell's having the ball now, hopefully they can capitalise.
Thomas Whean there was competing with him, and was happy with everything, and it looked good, both competing. And Will Kenner straight down the throat of Epsom. I think that's their 10-liner. They're going through the hands again. And it's knocked on and turned over by Blundell's. Epsom defence very staunch at the moment. Curtis feeding these forwards, trying down the blind side there, trying to make as much of the width of this pitch as possible. He's in a big crowd that's forming over the far side there. Excellent turnout on this wet day in Tiverton, Devon. Here they go again. Support there by Elvis and Sims. Sims again, and he's not taking any prisoners. Good ball, it's back. Curtis picking up off the base. Good work there by Kenner. Epsom though, they're not slow in bringing that line up. Go Reese there, first time I've called him there. That's Curtis making those little breaks. Rolling along, I think he's held. I think that ball's got to come back. Forward's going to keep this in while Curtis is on the floor. The ref has pulled it back. He said it's collapsed. He said it's not coming out. And so that is Blundell's going forward, and so Blundell's get the ball. Tobin, good bit of play there from Blundell's.
Yeah, it's nice to see us keep the ball for a bit longer there. Epsom have been very good in defence, so it'll be whether we can pierce the line or go around outside of them. So it'll be interesting to see later on in the game.
Yeah, as you can just see there, that ball wasn't coming over, and the ref decided there was a bit of the reset than have lots of bodies going in with their boots legally trying to get that ball back.
Hold on, lads, come up, please. Let's just get particularly two's blue. You just come in through and you nudge them forward. So we'll reset. Get your balance.
Set again.
That's okay.
Ref wants to make sure he's happy. Tobin, is it riding a horse when you're with the scrum? You just like it's all free and it's always going forward?
Bind.
Well, I'd like to think so, but I feel like Epsom have got a big pack, as I said. So they're going to contest our scrum a lot today. But Blundell's are looking very good, especially in depths of Epsom's half.
Certainly are, and there's the turnover. That was Makeen Alican, the captain of Epsom there. He had his hands all over the ball there, and Blundell's weren't releasing. And
nice work over the ball, Blue.
see, that was just good play. He was holding his own weight and managed to get the ball back. And so with Thomas Liner, they clear, which is coming, and that is going to hit us, and it does. There we go. That's the gantry hit. Thankfully, nothing and nobody broken. Just see that ear again, look. As the ball comes across, and that was Harrison Sims. Look, he's not releasing, and that's great play there by McKeeling. Look at that, he's just trying to get that ball out. Excellent play. Apart from nearly hitting us, it's a good clearance from Epsom. So, Jamie Hughes with the line out. Oh, taken well off the top there. Good play there by George Addington. But the backs were a bit eager there coming up, and that's always a disappointing thing when you're a forward and you're slowing that good ball down. Tobin, not a great penalty to give away.
Yeah, they need to get the discipline right here. Forwards are working very hard, especially up front. Well, this kick there, so Blundell's have the ball back, so hopefully we can get it back down there.
We saw there, no touch judge down there unfortunately, but they looked like his foot was in touch, but that doesn't matter because we played on. Blundell's got the chance to get out of their half. That was Epsom's first trip down that end, and although Thomas Wern took that well, it was exceptional play there by the forwards and the line speed, getting up on that kick. Is that like riding the horse, Tobin, for you when you were there with your forwards coming in at that pace?
Yeah, it's nice to see the forwards getting up that quickly, pressurising Epsom to put them on the back foot.
Yeah, Epsom haven't had it easy yet. There's Liner again trying to orchestrate. I think I'm right in saying that's the son of Liner, as in Australia World Cup, and the brother of Louis Liner, who was the played for England under 18s and Hampton School. Michael Liner's who I'm trying to think of, but in between all that little chat, here's Blundell's. They're going again, and good work there. Good work by the forwards. Curtis pulling them back in. Exceptional play. That's quick ball. It's coming back. Epsom defending well, but straight up. But that line speed's good. The ball's coming back, but it's all loose. That's turned over. That's Max Smeeby there. Has turned it over, and that's just the line speed that has created that opening there. And Epsom again chance from their own half, but Blundell's, that line is good. They've got the numbers outside. James Webster straightening up, bringing it in.
No.
Once again, Epsom get a chance. Oh, nice play there. Excellent work. But just a knock on there. Great line speed there from Neelish Gaven there. Great speed, but it just got knocked on by Blundell's as it pushed on. And have we got an early substitution here, Tobin?
Yeah, maybe so James Hutton's come on, maybe an injury to Harry Charlesworth. Sad to see him leave so early, but he could be back.
But remember, it's rolling sub, so he can come back if we want to. So just see that kick again. Great chase down here. There's Thomas Wern, and look at that. Excellent play there. Theo Rees taking no prisoners. Epsom go again. Straight crash ball centre there. Through the Bryn Bradley, but a bit of crossing there with his fellow centre, Keaton Ojo, and Blundell's from the halfway line have another chance to clear their lines.
Unlucky, lads.
The ball comes in here. Yeah, you can see the tackle couldn't be made. Will Kenner stuck between the two So crossing is Blundell's chance to find that touch on the far side where the crowd's building, and he has made it well, and it's going to be a line out on the 22. Encouraging stuff, Tobin.
Yeah, neither teams have really grabbed a grip of the game yet, but it's nice to see a lot of the game being played in Epsom's half. Obviously not from Epsom's point of view, but should be interesting going on towards the end of the game.
Hold on, can you step
There's
out
James
your mark,
Hutton,
please,
who's on
Thank
for
you.
Harry Charlesworth. First opportunity for him to be involved in playing at the front of the line. Back. Oh, nice little move. Nice little move from Blundell's. Worked really well, but it didn't quite go straight or 5, I think was the from the ref.
Both, actually. I was
Didn't
giving
go
you a not
5.
straight
It
with the
didn't. It
obvious
wasn't
one.
straight.
What's your call?
Yep, wasn't straight, but a good little move there.
Presume you're scrum. Okay, there's your mark, and you scrum it inside.
It's a point in Tobin, turnover ball at that stage.
There's your mark on the cross.
Yeah, that line-up move's been working well for us during over the past couple of games. So it's unlucky for George McIntyre to take that in front of the 5-metre line.
Find. Set.
So excellent work from the Blundell's forward, putting pressure on Daniel Davies there. He didn't get any chance with the ball, but he's regrouped, it's come back, and Liner with a big boot on him goes and finds the touch on the far side. So they've cleared their lines, and Blundell's going to get a chance to work from the 10, the Epsom 10, just inside the Epsom 10-metre line.
That'll be you,
We've
Blue, when you
got
come in.
Rugby off to our left here, the Minis. We've got a couple of teams down here on the side, obviously just come from something. Big crowds build on the other side. Great setting and a great atmosphere here. Blundell's, will this be their first venture into the semi-finals, Tobin?
We made it to the finals against Dulwich 2 years ago, and sadly lost to St John's Leatherhead last year in our first round. So it's a big game for the boys, and hopefully we can look towards the semi-final.
And as you said, that is a great break. That was Tommy Ryder splitting the hookers. The forwards are really making their difference. So, build inside the 22. Big play there. Tom Reynolds taking up, but excellent again from Epsom. Runner at pace there. That is George McIntyre. Is he able to get that ball back? At that time, going around the far side. Curtis orchestrating those forwards, keeping it in tight. Harrison Sims just broke that little tackle there. Just gives them momentum, keeps them on the front foot. Curtis is happy to play it out there, but Epsom have held him up. Can he get this to the ground? He'll be doing well if he gets out the ground. He's taking it to the ground and going forward. He's not coming out. And Epsom are getting the credit for that. That ball was that. 3 of them there, a little pincer movement there. 3 of them, that wasn't going anywhere.
Taken in by Red. Small call, held up.
Excellent play. See here, look, held up, and there's 3 of them. They know what they're doing there. Don't let him to the ground, hold him up, and that is going to be Epsom ball all day. Good defence. Tobin just a little bit disappointing there, just as you were getting near those posts.
Yeah, it's happened a couple of times now. It's quite disappointing as we're encroaching on their 22-metre line. It's being turned over again. It's not ideal, but we'll keep on pushing.
Certainly will. Excitement building here. We're doing the best we can to make sure we stand still. We're on the scaffold with the cameras overlooking the game.
And hold the point.
It's over the good crowd, but Epsom, well played there. Just getting it out from their own half. Bryn Bradley. Oh, it's been ripped and pulled forward, and the ref has said hands in the ruck there. And Epsom will clear, and this ref isn't happy with that ball. His kicking's not as good as Liner's earlier that hit us, and so let's have a hope Liner can clear us this time. We need him to get 5 yards on this, please. And he is obliged accordingly.
I'm not sure who the tackling player was, but the tackle was
Tobin, thoughts so far? We've had 15 minutes. Thoughts?
Yeah, these conditions are showing it's tough for the boys out there. Both teams are struggling, especially in attack. Defence has been ruthless though, so I'm sure that will carry on during the game.
Certainly will. And you see that was an interesting call. That ball wasn't on the ground when it was ripped out, but hands in was called because the ruck ball was created, formed. I suppose that's where we're coming from. But anyway, Epsom breaks just inside the halfway line. Davis to Liner out through the backs. Good move. James Webster there, finding out wide out, but his back's George Addington. But that's good Blundell's defence there, great defence there. That's the big man Nathan Correa really making an impact. Nobody was running through him then. Liner, good kick as he found it. No, just cleared up there. Will Kenner all the way back. And your man Putty. Tobin, not a bad boot on him. They come back with a bit of interest. He's made him turn, running back. He's got pressure on him as well, and there is that pressure. Exceptional play there. Excellent kick, good chase. That was Liner chasing down his own ball, and Blundell's are doing well to recycle this. But Curtis has got it at the back. This is his opportunity to look at that nice little four-man chain there to make sure that the ball is at the back and with plenty of room, but they still charged it down, but they picked it back up. Everybody was fooled there, including our camera guys, because how does it charge down from so far away? Curtis is going to have another go. As you can see, he's back behind four players there. And dummy move there, but whichever way he cleared his lines. But here Epsom come again. Ref says play on, didn't think it was late. Wern is doing the business here. Ball's come loose. Wasn't knocked on to the ref. That's Addington taking it up. We've still got an Epsom player down in the middle there. Play on to the ref. Wern. Davis getting through the backs. And he's got the numbers out there. There's Ojo. Will he need the man outside him? He doesn't. Ojo is over in the corner. First try of the game, and they did that all the way. They were down to 14 men. And you can see Epsom come down here. Happy with that. Not quite so good. Blundell's, Tobin.
No, that was poor defending by the Blundell's team. Not getting wide enough soon enough, and Epsom very well attacking that space and scoring in the corner by the 13.
Kitan Ojo, the first game of the score of the day. Epsom, they've come here, they're not frightened of taking it to Blundell's, and they took it to them there. See it come out wide through the hands. Keaton didn't need his man outside him. Sean Haltio, he just brought it all back in himself. Exceptional play. And Liner is lining up to it. See if we can add the extras. If he kicks anything like his old man, could have 2 points on here. So Liner just outside the 22, about 5 yards in. Up. And it is definitely got the legs, and it's looking good. So Epsom 7, Blundell's not off the mark yet. Tobin, what do we got to do now?
So we've got 9 to play.
They need to keep doing what they're doing and trying to put Epsom under pressure in their half, and but we need to capitalise on our ball in their half instead of giving it away due to ill discipline and silly mistakes.
10 minutes of this half to try and put this right. Most of the game has been in Epsom's own half, so Blundell's have got to go again. So as Epsom gather, try to bring it up. Brighton to go to that 10 channel. Liner, and he's going wide at Ojo, the try scorer. But Wern outside him. It wasn't Wern, that was Webster coming up on the line, tried to clear it. Blundell's chance. And interesting, he let the ball go, dropped it before he went out, but it's a Epsom ball. Try and do what he can to keep that ball in play, but Epsom were having none of that. So they will get the ball back halfway between the 10-metre line. So not too quick to get off the mark now, Tobin. They're happy to take their time.
Yeah, I think they've settled down now, points on the board. So Blundell's needs to get back at them with lots of enthusiasm and intensity.
Clean line out, no competing there, and off they go again. And great play there. That's McKean Alakan again, the Epsom captain, line side, breaking the tackle, breaking the line. Didn't go backwards. But Blundell's have slowed them and pushed them back. You can see this line speed's coming up. Liners try to put in these back. Yeah, oh, well played. Well played. That's Part. Can he find him? No, Epsom just lean down once again. That's our man, McKean Alakan. He is everywhere, the captain on this pitch at the moment for Epsom. Blundell, great three-man tackle there. Ryder and Reese helping out Harry Charlesworth. Davis taking it back and over the top it's coming. And as Pert got the time, he does. Is it out? Will Kenner there, trying to get round the outside. Oh.
Keep on your feet, keep on your feet.
Well, Epsom, they're up on there, they've slowed the ball down. They're keeping him pinned in.
Roll tackle, please. Try and get out, thank you. You're doing it, mate.
Blundell's happy to continually go through the hands.
You're good.
3 phases, and now the kick over the top comes. It was Harrison Sims that was back there that has just cleared his line. He's come back to putt, he's in his 22, so he can just find touch, and that just misses us again. We seem like we're a little bit of honey today, and the balls are attracted to it. So, Tobin, we have got 6 minutes to this first half left, and it's been dominant from Blundell's, but not in the right areas.
Yeah, as I've said, we just need to capitalise when we can, and at the moment we haven't. We've been giving away ball that we shouldn't, and that's letting us down at the minute.
So, ball in hand, you feel that going through a few more phases, you can make something happen, and obviously very much still in this game.
Oh yeah, I think we're definitely in this game. We just need to keep the ball for longer and execute our moves better.
Talking for a man that's been in this first team all season, and that is a penalty against Epsom and against Jamie Hughes for dummying the throw. Dummy to throw into the line out. There's a free kick, so Epsom can't kick, Blundell's can't kick to touch because it won't be the line out, so they're going through the hands. And Will Kenner finds the height on it, pushes back, and if Blundell's can just stop here. Sean Hautio back there. So Blundell's from that kick, they've given about 50 yards, but Liner looking to clear, he's looking in, he's got some quick runners down there, but putts there again. And Wern's got him really well there, tied him back in. So we're back on the halfway line.
Back. Thank you.
Will Grubb on there. Good solid.
Thank you.
Tackle on him. So ball up. Tip over the top. Oh, and it's been picked up. James Webster. Nothing is getting through Epsom at the moment. Saying that, Blundell's, their line speed is good, they're keeping them up there. But this is the ball will be coming back to Liner, and he'll be putting those backs in ready to chase it down again. But that, a knock on by Epsom, which means it's Blundell's scrum on the halfway line. We can hear the crowd picking up here. They like that. Tobin, this is a chance to build again.
Yeah, we're getting the opportunities to start to build. We just haven't done it yet. But with the crowd building all around, hopefully the boys can pull away and let's get some points on the board.
So what would happen today? Would everybody at the school be let off lessons to come down and watch? Are they benevolent with their to get the crowd down here?
Well, on a Wednesday, lessons finish at 12:40 for us, so the whole school have finished their games and they're down to watch.
We've got a few games going on around us, so once they're over, second half, this crowd should swell. But in the meantime, Blundell's coming up over the halfway line. There's Ali Khan again there. This time, no interest on that. Will McCarthy, I'll make the break and get through. Thomas Wern doing everything there to slow that ball down, and he did that well. Curtis trying a quick ball there, down on the blind side for Tom Reynolds, and disappointing knock on. So that momentum's gone again, Tobin.
Yeah, as I said, we're getting the opportunities. We're just losing the ball in the contact area, which isn't like us. But hopefully we can sort this out just after half time.
Crossing, we've got an injury going on. It's Will McCarthy that's gone down. So what are we talking about this then? So Blundell's plays down in the obviously like this Devon area. Who are your big local rivals? What's the your equivalent of varsity, the game that everybody's up for?
Yeah, later on this week on Saturday we have Millfield down at home, so that should be a big one after beating them I think 3 years running now. So the boys will definitely be up for that, whatever the result of this game.
Yeah, nice scalp to get. And who else in this area? We were talking earlier that you're affiliated with Exeter Chiefs, and there's Truro College, obviously not close by, Ivy Bridge, where yourself was saying it used to go. Is that the bulk of the rugby schools in this area for you and your season?
Yeah, there's a lot of boys from the academy who are at those sorts of schools, but a couple of our boys will be playing for the Exeter under-18s team this year. Nathan Career will be one of them after following in his footsteps of older brother Barry, who's now signed a contract for Chiefs, so he's doing well as well.
A Blundell's old boy?
Yeah, he was superstar in the final against Dulwich a couple of years ago.
Nice stuff, nice stuff. There we go again.
That's much better.
Epsom building from just inside their own half, and they've got the push on in that scrum. So it's nice to get that ball front foot liner through the hands of Bradley. And that's out to Ojo, the try scorer. And Blundell's are doing well to pull him back down, and that they did. And stop him in his tracks. Here we see it again. Not frightened to go out through the backs, and that's Jamie Hughes out there. All the players mix and matching their positions here.
Still playing your...
And we're going back over the far side. I think, yeah, that was for the high tackle just earlier in the game there on OJ as he was getting through. Ref played the advantage, the high tackle, and we're going back. It was more of a seatbelt rather than a high, but these days can't take anything, and Liner is going to go for the post, and with clock running right down, a good move, and this will be, if he knocks this over, a good return for Epsom in this first half, Tobin.
I think right decision from Epsom here, showed our his kicking ability in the last conversion, but this will put pressure on Blundell's coming into the second half.
And what will be that message at half time, which we're pretty sure will be coming in? Is it the same but can't help those mistakes?
Yeah, I think we just need to be more clinical coming into the second half. We're playing in the right areas most of the game, but we're just not coming away with points, which is a bit disappointing.
So Liner the opportunity to make it 10-0 to Epsom. It's probably about 40 yards, 15 yards in, and it's definitely got the legs. Is it there? And it is. And that guy knows how the kick. It's in the DNA, and that is half time. And Liner adds the extras. That's 5 points he's got already this game. And as we see there, Epsom coming down to Blundell's. Fair old journey down from them. We left at 5 ourselves this morning to make sure we were ready down here. And we know it's a good 4-hour trip, and unfortunately they have a bit the M25 to deal with as well, and they take the 10-0 half-time lead. So, Tobin, sum up that first half for Blundell's.
I think, as I said, we were playing in the right areas of the pitch, doing the right things, just making silly errors, and not being disciplined enough towards the try line. Sadly, we haven't come away with any points, but hopefully next half we'll be going back at them, and fingers crossed we can get the win.
Well, you've got the home advantage, you've got the crowd. Obviously, the lads just got into it. The crowd are going to get behind and push them. What will they change? What's your thoughts on what's going to change? What's going to happen here?
I think we'll start to see the backs open up, hopefully in the second half. Start to run balls out the back of the line, and start to get the wingers involved to score some tries.
So it's just more executing what's going on there then. I mean, it's Blundell's, you've got the players up there, like what we were saying, Nathan Correa, he'd go through them. The other lads there, you've got Alvis and you've got Sims, they can bounce through. But you think the answer's going to be through the backs?
Yeah, I think Epsom have been very strong in the forwards so far, especially in the defence. So I feel like we need to run hard at them and then look at the out-the-back option and try and attack towards the corners.
And towards the corners, the wingers chasing it down and getting on there, and is that where the strength's going to be?
I think over the past season we've been scoring in lots of different areas, so there's no reason why they shouldn't be scoring through lots of different plays.
And yourself, you were saying, so cracked shoulder blade, this, that, everything out. You're out for feasibly for the season as far as the school season is concerned. But do you play anywhere else? Are you on anybody looking at you and saying you're the man for the future? Are you should Youngs and Robson and Hines be worried?
I'm not too sure about that, but definitely looking forward towards the seventh season. As we come into the next term with Roslyn Park and other big competitions like March's tournament that we'll prepare for very well as well.
Excellent stuff. Sounds like it's going to be a good end of the season too. You're going to come back, you're going to be fresh, you're going to be fit, and you're going to be raring to go. So good stuff. We're there. So as we can see here, we're going to take a short little break while we'll try and get ourselves some refreshments, and we'll come back for the second half.
So what they're doing, they are letting go.
Allowed to play off, puts the shot away. Oh. It's just another super goal.
Welcome back, everybody, pitchside. England have won this one 22 points to 6. There's a little bit of an arm wrestle at the start, but England ran away with it in the end.
Yeah, hopes are still high down here on Bigfield, but Epsom do look strong, so it'll be tough. But our boys can do it.
Excellent, that's what we like to hear. So, Tobin unfortunately can't be out there. Alex Curtis is doing a sterling job in his place, but they've got a lot of work to do now to get back into this game. So, Epsom clear through Daniel Davis again, and excellently taken there. So, this is your first opportunity. He's going to get the ball back. Tobin must be encouraging on this part at the moment.
See us going through a few phases with the ball. Hopefully we can attack, keep on running hard with the forwards. Great offload by Will Kenner there.
That was McIntyre on his shoulder, and the excitement's picking up. It's Sims at the back there.
Big carry from Nathan Career there. He's looking good today.
Career, I keep getting Career and Sims muddled up. Number 3 on their back. We need bigger numbers for people with ball wow, so like myself. It's looking good. Luke Tobin.
Yeah, a lot more direct here. Running through Kenner. Will Fear with the ball.
An attempt there to kick through. That was
It's unlucky we got the ball
Willie
back
McCarthy there, wasn't it? Try just to get them in, but behind the back of Epsom. But that's that line. If we watch now, that line and that line speed from Epsom's going to be pretty impressive. They're up as a unit, and as soon as Blundell's got their hands on it, you're under pressure. Curtis orchestrating the troops out there. Him and Will Kenner are really trying to keep this move going through the phases here. Unfortunately, spilt again there. Tobin, but more encouraging, yeah?
Yeah, well, we see more errors coming in there, but held on to the ball longer there. We just need to be more direct in our running lines and our passing as well.
Is that just a bit more patience required, you think, there? Just like, don't rush it.
Yeah, they don't need to rush. There's still plenty of time left in the game. They're only 10 points down, so Will should be talking to all the boys and telling them they should definitely respond in a positive manner.
Crouch. Bind.
So Epsom starting off. Couldn't be much more on the halfway line. And if we're not quite happy, and we're going to go again. Very important that these scrums are set. Great, there's our aerial shot there, and you can see Blundell's scored in the background. You've got the road going down the middle, to the left, to the right.
Neither side to blame.
Chapel in the middle there. Great place to come to school, Tobin.
Yeah, lovely place. I joined about a year and a half ago now, and I've loved it ever since.
Excellent stuff. You were saying you were at Ivy Bridge before, so not far to come, or?
Yeah, it's about an hour and 15 minutes up the M5, but
not too
it's
bad.
a great place to come. Yeah.
Try scorer Ojo making inroads into the Blundell's defence there, and Will Grubb has come on for Epsom. Not Will Grubb. Jake Briggs, has come on for Epsom on the right wing. All my notes got very wet from earlier, so struggling keeping up with everything here. But I'm sure everybody at home thinks we're doing a
one hand out, no chance of getting the ball.
Trying to do it. So Liner, my money here. Look, we're right behind him. What do you think? Posts?
Yeah, he's going to go posts again. That's the right option for Epsom. Keep on keeping the scoreboard ticking.
See it again there. Penalty and Liner. You've got somebody like that in your team, then why wouldn't you kick?
Yeah, exactly.
They get 13-0 up after 3 years. Yeah, but it's not like... Yeah, I know, and I'm sure this...
Opportunity to add to his 5 points he's got already to make it 8 for him. Give Epsom a big 13-0 lead, and then we need Blundell's to come back and quickly. Drop. That is pretty good. You couldn't have split those posts much down the middle of your try, Tobin. Very impressive. And as scrum half yourself, did you kick, and can you kick like that?
No, no place kicking me. Plenty of box kicks, but no, not off the tee.
It was nice to have somebody like that behind you, knowing that every penalty, nearly 3 points. And the crowd start picking up now. We need this 16th man, Tobin.
Yeah, crowd's getting louder here. Hopefully, it can give the boys lots of encouragement to keep going forward.
We got some placards out already there for the cameras, and we'll try and give you them in the next break. But oh, that was excellent up by Ojo, and that was great play there by Blundell's defence. But a high tackle, I think that was coming in. I think that was Jack Briggs. No, it wasn't Jack Briggs. I think that's Lewis Brown in there. He's got a really, really clean shirt. In fact, it's Will Kerwin. And I suppose really if you were going to design anything, that number is how you would design it with the number so you can actually see it from a distance. See it here. That wasn't too high. This one coming up there, yeah, unfortunate. And that was Bryn Bradley, but I think he did well. I mean, it was high, but it's very difficult. Players coming into him. There's the crowd getting going. Can that 16th man make the difference now? Blundell's moving it quickly. They've got to score, and they've got to make sure the next score. And that's Curtis with a little bit nice out the back there, but it's ended up turning over via a couple of knocks there. Epsom are building again. There's Liner, and that's bounced very nicely for him out the back. Ojo's away, and there's Briggs down the line. Looks like Briggs was going to make that all the way.
Great cover
Blundell's
there by Harrison Symes.
Yeah. They're cracking away at this line now, Epsom. I think this could be game if they can get over from there. Davis feeding it out, Liner out through the backs. Alican was there again, and in at the corner. Didn't quite grab his number there as he went over, but that exceptional try from one side of the pitch to the other. And no matter where they score them from Epsom, because Liner's kicking is pretty good as well, but great play there. I think it might have been James Webster coming in from fullback. So we'll see it again here. There was where Will Kerwin got the bounce, come out the liner, he kicks, bounces back to him, comes back off his knee, out the back, very nice. Ojo with the break. Looked like Briggs was going to be over. They reset from there. Davis orchestrating it. Load it up here, but you can see Liner, he's just talking to his backs there. Davis, Liner, Mr. Man, Delacan.
Hello.
And that is Webster, the fullback, coming in the line inside Wern. And exceptional play there from Epsom. See it here again. Liner lines up the extras from far out. Out it goes. The hands. 8. And there it is, it's Webster. And while we're watching that, it's hard to believe, but right out from the touchline now, Liner got the points, and Epsom, are they running away here, Tobin?
Yeah, I think Blundell's need to regroup and gather all the thoughts and go straight back into the game.
So that's basically a free pass.
And that they do, straight from the kick-off there. Back at them, but they've got a lot of work to do now. That's 3 converted tries, but they've got plenty of time. They've got plenty of time. Unfortunately, they're just giving away the ball at these moments of time. Must be a bit frustrating for you after here, Tobin.
Yeah, it is frustrating to see from everyone. We just need to refocus and go back at them with a clear mind.
And where will that leadership in this team come from? Who are the players out there that you were playing alongside him? Like we say, you'd want them in the trenches with you.
Yeah, hopefully we can see Will and Kurt orchestrating the game. Kurt's been very good with the forwards, but Will needs to pull the whole team together and push on.
Onside 9, stay bound, thank you.
What you do, the first thing they've got to do is stop Epsom coming back at them. They are knife through butter at the moment, and there's Liner again with that time. It's gone straight back. I think that's Putt, is it?
And holding
That's Putty in the backfield.
Now on.
Comes Liner again. He'll go up and he's going to chase that ball.
Not 17, not you. I thought that was pretty obvious.
Chasing all the way down, so Putt's got no choice, but he's got to find the distance.
Inside.
I think that was Will Kenner back there with him. Blundell's line speed up well. Ojo not getting any space out there. But they are finding the room. Alican and the ref has said that was, I think it's accidental offside he's given there. It's a scrum, yeah, scrum to see in the crowd. The placards are out now. From here it just looks like a big love heart, but I'm sure there's a message on there for the Blundell's team. See it again. Great play there from Harry Charlesworth, slowing it down. Ali Khan there, accidentally offside. So Blundell scrum, but they're losing it in there. They're all areas, and once it gets back to Liner, he's just pushing them back, and he's dictating this game, Tobin.
Yeah, that's another great kick from Liner, but Putty does very well to recover it and make some yards. That's an
Really well
unlucky
keeping that
turnover there.
Ref taken out there. We'll see that again in a minute, I'm sure, and that's going to make some clips around the country, but he's back in. He kept his eye on the ball the whole time, and now the penalty for not releasing, and that standing over was George Addington. Exceptional play, and it's one of your guys down there.
Yeah, that's Putty down there. Looks like his hand. Hopefully it's not too bad. He can play on.
Clock's off, lads.
Poor old ref there. He took a bit of a knock. The ball comes back inside. The ref is in the way, and there's no choice but to go to ground and move away very quickly. Be very pleased with that when he watches that back. Excellent stuff.
Don't get caught up in a ruck.
Wait till under 15.
That's all right. That's right.
So
Takes me back to playing days.
It's a sad end for Putty there.
Tom Putt leaves the field.
Hold on.
Wait 2 years and we'll beat these people.
And Epsom
Clock's
taking the
on.
points this time. They're going to be going to touch.
Holding on. Penalty. You've done it. You've done it.
And he has found the very corner. So Epsom with a line out, 20 points up.
On the 5. Cheers,
15
guys.
minutes.
Hold on. There's your
2
mark.
minutes to go. They are dictating this team, and they're dictating it via their 10. Thomas Liner. Tobin, it's very frustrating, isn't it, sitting there, he can't do anything, and
Sorry, guys.
you're watching it and feeling it, I expect, with that shoulder.
Yeah, their 10, Tom Lyon, has been playing very well all game. He's put them in the right areas for them to execute, and they've come away with points, which is what we're not doing.
And there the forwards had their own little set play, and 2 in the line, back to 4, driving maul, but offside into his own.
So you got offside.
We're hearing the ref there. The man in the front was there, creating a barrier. The ball couldn't come back, so it's offside, and Blundell's get a chance. Clear their lines, and they'll get the ball back. If he's any good, he's going to hit us, and he nearly does. Just falls short, thankfully. There, just clearing his
Careful,
whistle.
Blues, on that setup again.
See it there to the second pod, coming forward. But the referee deemed that the man at the front there.
I checked actually then on the second one, he was obvious. Yeah? So
There,
there's
the
two
17,
offsides
you
in
can
the
see
same
there,
room.
he's pushing from in front of the ball. Contact from the man in the back,
Hold
straight
on,
into the one
guys,
in
you've
front,
closed
using
the
him as a
gap.
little
You've got to
shield.
go on the man at the front. Thank you.
Blundell's fire career throwing in now. Misses his man at the back, or the man at the back misses it. And Epsom will just turn us over, and unfortunately it's Tobin, as you've been saying, this has been happening. Those little mistakes make all the difference.
It's been the story of the game, really.
And a kick through there. This is a race to the ball, and Ojo has got there, and he's managed to turn that back. The Blundell's got some big defending they do here. At the moment, there's enough time. They're still in this game. 20 minutes to go. They can't afford to give another score away. Going down the short side. Oh, brilliant play by Blundell's. You can just hear the crowd picking up a bit there because that's what they want to hit, see. Blundell's doing great. Epsom. Oh no, it's coming. A wide liner. Great play there by Bradley again, but Addington held up.
No hands now, everyone.
Back through the backs, liner kick through, going to be cleared up. It is, and that's Curtis there doing all he can, try and push back, but they're going to build again through Davis. Try scorer, Webster coming in the line again, there's Wern. Oh, nice ball, nice, keeps it going, that's Ali Khan, the captain. Instrumental. Elias Rugby there with a crash ball. Blundell's on their back foot all the time. Running through the hands. Flipped over the top. And will the bounce go right for Briggs? Is he in at the corner? Oh! Jack Briggs, has the ref given it? He's given a knock on, I think. Given a knock on. And as the ball come loose again, the ref, we're just waiting on the ref to find out what that decision is going to be. Tobin, what did you think there?
Yeah, it was a great cover tackle by Will Kenner there, the captain. Not sure what the ref's going to do here.
Did it look like it? What were your thoughts on it getting it down, grounded it?
It's hard to see from here, really, but it looked like he knocked it on from here.
You see it again here, Tobin. Great play there, and it's going to come across. Liner's going to hit it there. It wasn't Liner, it went through the hands. There it goes, kick through.
Lovely little kick.
And Briggs, he's picked it up, but as he's gone over, ball has been knocked out, and he's dropped that short, don't you think? And the right decision. That's exceptional work there by the ref. The Blundell's scrum from the knock on. Great play. Great play by Blundell's there. Great last ditch cover tackle. Who did you say that was again?
Yeah, Will Kenner, the captain, that was.
Will Kenner, well, great play there, Will. He's just kept it, he's kept Blundell's in this game. Still 20 minutes to go. But great work. You need to get out, Tobin, you just need to get out of this half, don't you? You need a bit of momentum, you need something.
Yeah, we need a big scrum here, and then hopefully we can clear our lines and then try and put them under pressure again.
Building blocks.
Exactly.
Do you want to come a tad closer, please, Blue? I think then it won't go down. Keep coming, please. Crouch. Bind. Set. Tackle and roll. Thank you, 10.
And Blundell's have managed to clear their lines, and well, not cleared their lines. They've got a good ball that they've cleared out, and Curtis at the back of
playing the ball on the ground. You can go.
Yeah, it's gone quick.
Because how did that end up Blundell's ball? What did I miss there?
I'm not sure. We had
Either
the
way,
free
you got
kick in the
momentum.
end, yeah, exactly. Another good carry from Nathan Career. He's been doing that all game.
Good support here.
I think that was the right option there from Will to clear our lines.
If you can find touch, it's exceptional.
It's a great chase from Jody Gay. That's unlucky. That's gone into touch.
So that is what you were saying. Gather ball, clear lines, and now we are what? Just outside the Epsom 22, and this is where you need to make something from this.
Yeah, that's a lot more positive there. Again, playing down in their half. That's what we like to see, and hopefully we can build from this.
So Blundell's chance to, well, they've got to get themselves in the scoreboard. They've got to get something from this, but once again, the line out, it just doesn't function, Tobin.
Yeah, it's not going well for us today. It's sad to see, but we need to focus on the next problem here.
This ball is going to go back by 4 players, and Davis clears up, and a good chase in there from Wern, and that pressure meant it was a knock-on, so it's advantage Epsom as they build again. And they have got numbers galore out here on the right. So Ojo can beat his man. They've got the numbers outside them. It's gone wide to Briggs. Briggs straightens it up and brings it back inside. Great play there. Great defence by Blundell's.
Yeah, it's good there by Blundell's. Good by Wilf McCarthy covering the tackle there.
Once again, liner in the middle, orchestrating. Oh, good tackle by Correa there, but the ball had gone, and it gone through the hands. And oh, that was a tackle. That was it late? What is the ref saying? He's given an advantage. Ball had gone dead. He's saying that was a late tackle.
Late tackle, could have pulled out.
He's arms up, but we need a little bit of a theatricals here so we know what's what. Yeah, we can see there as it pops up on the screen, you hear from the ref, a late tackle. And at that pace, it was difficult. And pop into the corner, and that's going to be a line out.
That'll be you
another
coming
set
in,
move from
Red.
Epsom. You just see here, Alican parks it through. Webster there, and oh, yeah, it was a tad late. If I was a forward, I'd be pleased with it, and the fact I made it, but I think it's fair to say, Tobin, that was a bit late.
Yeah, it was a big hit, but it did look a bit late, especially in the slow-mo.
Yeah. Anyway, so Blundell's got a lot to control here. Oh, they've dropped that ball, but can they gather it up? Yep. So, excellent there. This is another building block, Tobin.
Yeah, we keep getting opportunities, we just need to use them, as I said. Which is what we're not doing at the minute, which is disappointing, but Ollie Wright coming back on here, hopefully he can make a big impact.
But thankfully 5 was offside, so there's a better opportunity to clear the lines.
There's your mark.
It's going to be Wilf McCartney here. He's going to try and put us up near halfway. So Alex Curtis having a great game. What would be different if you were on there?
Make your own mark soon.
What do you bring to this game that's slightly different to Alex?
Hold on, we've got subs coming.
Experience, good looks, charm.
Pop the ball on the deck.
I think
we're doing a lot of changing.
Kurt's a great player. I think it's just more experience.
I've got the clock off.
Year older, so he's coming up from lower 6th. But no, he's done really well today and throughout the season.
Have you done? Are they correct?
When did you? How far in the season did you do your collarbone?
Hold on.
So I was concussed for the first couple of weeks, and then collarbone was last week.
All right, so not too great a start then, you know. But anyway, like I say, come much stronger during that 7 seasons.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Come on, you need a clean line out now, and not clean, but you got the ball in front of the nice crowd over there that are urging it on. You need that.
Oh, good.
Curtis there, doing well, but it's straight down the throat. That's Sean Hautio down there, back inside.
Lost.
Webster taking up, Liner going to kick over again, and that looks like Ojo could be all over it, and he is, but that's knocked on. Ojo did well, he got up above his player, but unfortunately he couldn't quite keep it at hand. And but a nice little play again there, Tobin. You know, you'd be pleased to be playing around the fly-off like that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, yeah, exactly that. He's been very impressive today.
That one.
It's here
especially
again,
in the kicking game.
But over there. Just didn't quite happen. The all-round, like, I think pulling the strings, he's pulling Blundell's around. I think that's the other side of it. He's like, you know, you're not getting 2 minutes on the ball where your backs are, back pedaling or coming left or right. There really is shifting it around.
Yeah, he's been controlling all his backs very well all game. 12 and 13 have been running hard, and he's been orchestrating it all.
They just tried that 10 channel there to get through him.
No,
Blundell's slow ball again.
Thank you. Good discipline, lads.
Great play there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good from Will. Good chip and chase. Unlucky not to pick it up after that big hit.
They've slowed the ball and it's there, and here's the ladder from Epsom. Will set this ball up. There'll be a ladder. And that ball will go about 4 players back, and Davis will either feed or it'll go back. And offside.
Yeah, it's, again, discipline's not been strong this game, which is causing us to give away lots of penalties and consequently lots of ground.
Oh,
I
sorry.
didn't see what number that was, but on the offside, but it looked like 4. McIntyre was right up on each player there. And Liner will, like he does all the time, fine touch. Epsom now, they are going to eat up these last 15 minutes.
That's you, Blundell's.
David.
15 minutes to hold on. 5-hour trip down into Devon to come away with the spoils. It'll be an impressive display, and off the top of the line, they gather back through the hands. And that's great place. Bryn Bradley making the break. Liner finding Stojo straight out to Briggs on the line here. Back inside of Webster, try scorer. Briggs, it was very close, nearly there earlier. Knocked on and just, I don't know what was he trying to around the player and come back in there or something? Just lost it.
They've all been trying to get their hands free and
18.
to give the offloads, but it failed in that situation there. Again, good cover defence by Blundell's, but we need to get on the attack now.
Yeah, and here we just see Briggs come back inside, and they're just one-handed. Just couldn't keep it a hand and keep it rolling. So
have you been picked up before?
we keep saying it, but this is the last 10 minutes. It's
I'd rather you didn't do it with your head, please.
We're saying now or never because we're desperate, but it's it's now or never. You need to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they need to get down that end again and keep attacking.
Set. Hold the shoves, lads.
And that scrum just went down and collapsed. Epsom seemed to have the shove, but the ref saying reset, let's go again. So as a scrum half, how do you see the scrum? Is it kind of like, that was all Epsom's fault, or are you like the rest of us that don't play front row having a clue what's going on in there?
Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on most of the time, but did look like Epsom had the shove there.
Crouch.
So nice look to get the ball back. We're listening to Brian Moore's full contact the way down there.
That's destined to not work, isn't it? Stand up, please.
What's happening in the front there?
That's destined not to work on this loose head
side. He agreed with 1 out of 6 of the penalties in the World Cup, so
yeah, you're actually a little bit
which end you're looking
back.
for.
So yeah, you come round a little bit to be able to get that fine, otherwise you're going to go straight nose down.
Epsom will be happy to listen to this all day because there's another minute gone off the clock. Minute and a half while this scrum's gone on. It's very frustrating.
That's a better tie to bind as well. Crouch. Bind. Set.
And there's penalty pushing early. Curtis takes it early. And was Davis 10? I don't think he was 10. And the ref says he was 10. And we've gone with the line out, and it's going to be Epsom's ball. It's clearly looking. Nope, it's a penalty for.
Where's my man gone? Where's my touch judge?
Penalty for not 10, or is it a line out?
Yeah, where was she? Where is it?
Right, he was 10 when he made the tackle, and so we're in a line out, and so Epsom, although we can hear that, and we knew what was going on, the players moving away made us think that that was different. So Epsom have got the ball back. Tobin, it just goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, I think that's unlucky there. Kurt tried to catch them out for not being 10, and I don't think they were, but the refs called it as a line out now.
And the ref always knows best. So, but they've missed over the back and they've cleared it. But that's an injury there picked up by Curtis, your replacement.
Kurt's holding his leg there. He looks like he's pulled his quad.
Oh, what a unlucky with a pick up there, knock on. Exceptional play, exceptional kick. Just didn't quite ball correct there. So we've got Curtis in the front of the picture there, hobbling across. But what a great kick. And that was just one bounce away from being perfect. As you see there, just couldn't bring it in. And that's great defensive play on the tackle there, making sure that he didn't. That was Sean Haltio, just couldn't get it in the hand there. So I'm going to say this for the last time, Toby. Now or never.
It is, yeah. It's starting to look like the worst here for Blundell's, but they've fought hard, and they can all go into Millfield game next Saturday with their heads held high.
They have. I mean, the effort has been exceptional. It's just there's those little things that haven't quite gone right, and it's just like, the story of the game is. But although saying that, Epsom have dominated in the way that they've controlled the game, would you say?
Yeah, they've definitely been more controlled. We've shown our skills, but we just haven't executed in the ways we'd like to, and it is disappointing, but that's the way rugby goes sometimes, and Epsom have been very good, to be fair to them.
And so obviously this is your last season, you'll get involved in the sevens at the end of that. What's next for you? Uni? Life and the work and the wide world, what's next for you?
Yeah, so I'm taking a year out when I leave after the A-levels, but straight back to uni after that, hopefully.
Okay, take a year out. Is that to get over the stress of just working hard for the last 5 years at school? I can imagine it must be hard these days.
Yeah, I think I deserve it, to be honest.
Good on you, mate. Well done. Good on you. And what's the uni you're hoping to go to?
I've looked at lots of different unis, but Cardiff and Reading are the main two.
But Ojo, he was just making there, but a kick straight in the touch, so I won't say it, but Blundell's got a chance to build again. Just one score on the box would be nice, wouldn't it? Just like, a reward for that effort today.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think Epsom can go at everything to try and make sure that they keep this to a big 0.
Should be marked.
Blundell's wasn't clean again, but the ball's come back on the red side as the light starts to dip here, and
it's a great carry by Joe Horsey there.
Yeah. Looking lively.
That's a great offload. Theo Rees. That's
excellent break.
That's a great little break.
And this is what you've been asking for all the time.
Yeah, this is all we needed. Oh, that's very unlucky there.
Crossing. Ref said we were crossing there. That was encouraging, Tobin.
Yeah, it's nice to see a break, especially from Joe Horsey. And Theo on his shoulder made a great run as well.
And then you see the
shame
ball
he's not a bit faster.
I'm sure when he watches this back, he'll listen to that and take that on board. So we look back in, and Liner's going to probably... No, he's taking it quick. He liked the idea. You can see he's looking over that shoulder there. He's made 10 yards, and he's through. Ojo's picking up, and Ojo's found a man outside him.
I think they're going to have to go back for the...
Blundell's have turned it over.
Massive hit there by
massive hit. And
Wolf McCarthy.
McCarthy with the hit, but Blundell's with the ball at the back at the scrum.
Advantage over.
Curtis clears his lines.
Stop.
Knocked on there. We're stopping, coming back for the injury to Liner.
I watched and I felt it was what. Let's not. I felt it absolutely out of ball. What I did is I turned to follow the play, which I'm not. I can't help but follow the ball, can I? Yeah, forget it. I can see it.
So
What I'm
stop,
just said to-
clock
what
has
I just said
stopped
to your coach
at
is
67.
as a sole official,
Minutes
my
gone.
idea is to follow the ball. So I've gone with the ball. I've gone with the ball.
And we have
behind my back.
now,
And we're going to come.
the game is
back
nearly over.
over
Liners, I think it's
to
Liner that is
using
down.
Possession when I blew.
Not happy yet.
I'm going to set clock off. And
Medic's off, so obviously he's getting up. That's the main thing. He's getting up. Wilf McCarthy with that hit, and it didn't look, in real time there, it didn't look as if there was any malice involved. Just looked like Liner was incredibly quick.
Yeah, I think that's just rugby there. Big hits go in, it is dangerous, but from what it looked like, that it wasn't illegal.
So the last 3 minutes, the ref's going to go back, and I think it's a Blundell's ball for a scrum that we're going to reset on. And you can see, we were just looking there in the background, the Blundell's school in the background as the mist and the weather is just coming in now into the Devon countryside, and it is going to be all gone. We are now. Yeah, it is a scrum, and it's a scrum to Epsom. I think that was the knock on it. There was quite a long break that, so I had to try and remember what was happening. But we are now. Clock is see from the ref. Clock is back on, and we are into the death throes of this game. And Blundell's will be glad for it over and wait for Saturday in Millfield.
Yeah, I think it is a shame, but the boys can always rebuild. We've still got a long part of the season to go, so we're all looking forward to that.
And you just have to watch from the sidelines, and unless you get the opportunity to be on comms again. Oh, great play there. That's Bryn Bradley again, knocking them back. Liner kicking through. It might have been a big knock, but he hasn't put him back.
Yeah, Grubby's done really well there.
He's kept it in. He's got it back in play. Blundell's, I think they're just going to clear, and the ref's given us the reset time, so we are now into the last 3 minutes. Come on, Blundell's, you just want that one Tobin. We just need that one consolation score, don't we?
Yeah, it's been nice to see another break.
Keeping it tight and keeping it in there, but that's going to, all day, that ball is just going to go 5 yards and come back.
Yeah, they need to try something more than just carrying back into their Epsom's big forwards.
Curtis is still limping a little bit. He's doing really well there, but just as he was going across, he was limping. So it's difficult days.
Yeah, he's holding on well there, actually. Another strong carry from the captain, Will Kenner there.
And the kick forward there and the rush down. And that, ladies and gentlemen, the ref says is end of play. We have had a Tobin, difficult for you being a Blundell's man, but that was a very dominant, excellent display by Epsom. You must be impressed.
Yeah, that was very good from Epsom, and from all the boys, we wish the best of luck for the rest of the competition. But our boys will be disappointed, but we'll come back fighting.
So the story of the game at 20-0 was pretty non-stop Epsom. It was a lot of Blundell's at the beginning of the game with a bit of display, but as soon as a bit of percentage ball, but as soon as it started moving towards the Epsom, the first try, which Keith Nojo brought to us in the first half. And it was from there it was downhill. You can just see it here. Went across and he just broke the tackle on the wide there, and he was trying to get across, but nobody could keep up with his pace.
Yeah, he had a great game today. He showed his pace in a lot of areas of the field. and his strength, as you see there, breaking the tackles.
Go to Gay there, just couldn't hold on. That was 5-0. Goes without saying, conversion made it 7-0. Liner again made it 10-0. And then, in the second half, the next try. This is the fullback James Webster that will get in on the end of this. Through the hands. You can see the numbers out there. All they had to do was just keep passing it along the line, and they did. And low and hard in at the end. There was nothing that Horsey or any of the other Blundell's players there could do. This is a nice move, this, Tobin, isn't it?
Yeah, they were pulling us across the pitch here nicely, and then playing back the other way. And our substitute winger there, Leo Dummett, couldn't get across.
He was never going to get across there. And that, with some more extras from Liner, was the story of the game. And you can see now the lads with their traditional march and tunnel in there. Epsom, you can see there's a lot of happy faces. Blundell's obviously not looking so happy with that outcome, because the boys have come down and they've taken the game from them. But let's wrap this up then. The upside is a lot of bravado from your side. You really kept going at it, and you didn't stop at any point. You were looking for that consolation try, but in the nicest way possible. They kind of outplayed you a bit.
Yeah, they did. Epsom did play very well. They played in the right areas, as we were doing in the first half. We just couldn't capitalise on where we were playing. But the boys held out, and it was unlucky to lose that in the end.
But you can't knock the effort, you can't knock the heart, and you can't knock the fact they kept going and going. But at the end of the day, Millfield's the next one on your list. For you, recovery from the shoulder and everything else, and Epsom will go into the hat with the winners of the other ties that were being played today. And I think they've got to be one of the teams that have got to be a favourite for this, especially if they're allowed to dominate the game by a liner like they were there.
Yeah, I think he'll play a key part in their success this season. Moving forward in the cup, I think they'll do very well. And as I said, good luck from us to Epsom for the rest of the season. Well,
thank you for that, Tobin. Thank you very much indeed for your time today, being up there alongside me. And from Tiverton Blundell School in Devon, this is Cheers Mate Productions saying, well done Epsom, and here's looking forward to the semis.
Puts a shot away, and it's another super goal.
Welcome back everybody pitchside. England have won this one 22 points to 6. There's a little bit of an arm wrestle at the start, but England ran away with it in the end.
Champions, the London Monarchs.
Winners of 2018.
All right, boys, let's give it up. Go on, lads.